And Natasha, thanks for the year. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat, please? Yeah, I don't want the hoodie. I thought I wanted the hoodie. I don't want the hoodie. Oh, for sure with the 14 months. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can we get some hearts in chat, please? Goddamn. Thank you. Oof. Does anyone have any idea? Okay, never mind. I actually lucked out with that. That works. Oh, I wish. Chat, don't forget 63. I need to find the other jacket. Does anyone? Oh, man. There's no way anyone's going to know this. Hate this jacket. I'm trying to find the one that Flop used to wear. Is it this one? Fuck it, it's about to be this one.
Yeah, let me catch you slipping again, bitch.
What? I wasn't even driving. What do you mean? Slip dance, okay?
Let me catch you, bitch. Let me catch you.
That's crazy. Ziggy's around. I gotta go off duty.
Oh, you gotta get your man.
I gotta find him.
Oh. He don't like you? You ain't been able to find your man?
Oh, no. I think he likes me, and after this conversation, he gonna love me.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn right. I'm living in the T right now.
Oh. Oh, wow.
I'm only wearing this to piss him off, by the way. Actually, you know what? I don't like the shoes. Actually, I think I do like the shoes. Fuck it.
Me. Hello, Flop. I'm talking to your husband.
I know. Listen, just do me a favor, okay? I don't know how much.
How do you know that?
I don't know. What's up?
Oh, what are you saying?
What do you mean? I was on the phone with him and he said he was getting pulled over.
I'm not in a cop car. He's not getting pulled over.
Oh.
Actually, someone else pulled him over. I think they got into a car crash.
Oh, okay.
And I just stumbled upon them, and now I'm talking to him.
Fuck.
So what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I was about to go off duty. He said he was getting pulled over. I said, okay, I'll call you back. So I was calling to be like, hey, don't give him too much shit, but.
No. I'm campaigning right now. I'm off duty campaigning. Flop.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You know that thing that I want you in as the leader of the Blaine County Mountain Rangers, you know? Yeah. So I'm trying to look, I'm already seeing Cletus for sheriff fucking signs up everywhere. I'm a small fish, Flop. I'm on that Stelio shit. I'm on that Stelio shit.
Listen, you are in that Stelio shit because I fucked with Stelio. That man, I'm telling you, that man would have made a great mayor.
I'm trying to call Kettleman and be like, hey, I want the lumberjack vote.
You might get it.
I don't have the connections people had 5 years ago. I ain't Cletus Cornwood, who's been around for 30 years.
Jesus, listen, you'll have sway, I promise.
All right, I'm going back to campaigning now, Flop. He's pulled over. He's not detained. I'm not an officer currently.
No, you're all good, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Are you still in traffic?
I'm not in traffic. I'm on the side of the road after some guy hit me with his car.
I definitely didn't call Duncan and cursed him out, and I was like, "Yo, motherfucker, let him go." You could have told me he was off duty.
I know. He's right in front of me. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. He
Okay.
Why were you driving on the wrong side of the road, Duncan? Oh, did you turn around? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Can you come pick my ass up? Where are you?
I sure can pick you up, but I'm listening to Duncan's campaign speech. He's got some. He's making some good points.
Yeah, he's making a lot of great. But just listen to him, smile and wave, and then just. Oh God, good luck, buddy.
Okay, all right.
I'll go back. I'll go back on duty. I'm gonna respond to like two calls by the time you wrap that one up. All right. Good luck.
Wait, what do you mean? No, I'm on the way. I am on the way.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye bye. Pastel, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate it. You think Ziggy's gonna hate this look? I think this is kind of a good look. I appreciate you. What the fuck did I do? Bob looks like he brews his own IPAs. I expect nothing less. What's up, Cyril? How you doing? I'm not gonna see Ziggy for the next fucking 10 years.
Hello.
Hi, Pinzone.
Get a job, fucking bum.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, hey, Flop. I didn't realize it was you.
Yeah, job this. Hey, look, it's my car. What's up, Pinzo? I'm about to go. Actually, you should say hi to this motherfucker.
Hi, Pinzone.
Hey, Ziggy. I thought this guy was a bum, and I told him to get a job.
Oh, he does dress like that sometimes. Not often.
Why don't you get some fashion lessons from your husband?
Because he doesn't have fashion lessons. He looks like he plays with fucking plywood all day.
What the fuck? First off, that's a look. Second, I'm working other jobs.
What do you look like, Flop?
Yes, I got shit I'm doing. I'm a handyman right now.
Yeah,
right?
he looks like a mechanic mixed with a lumberjack.
See? Both sexy looks.
Yeah, Flop, you just look like someone who's watched Peaky Blinders once.
Actually, I did watch it once, and I didn't make it halfway through the first episode because I got bored.
Exactly, but you like the outfits, though. And you like the guy, the main character.
I brew IPAs at home.
brew IPAs that taste like cigarettes at your house. You've just eaten like a cigarette, but
I would probably eat a cigarette just to prove a point.
oh my god, dude.
Hi.
Hello. It's been a long few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not around yesterday. I got your text. Also, I'm gonna clear this up so that we don't segue into this at any point. The car's not going in your name. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It doesn't matter.
No,
we have other things
I
to
don't-
worry about. It doesn't matter.
Okay, no. I don't think you understand. So, okay, all right. Go on your garage app or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Uh-huh.
You can see, you can track where the car goes. You can see where it is, and should the car accidentally vanish into thin air, you would be able to pull it out of thin air with that app.
And
I cannot.
That is why you have your car as well.
No. You don't understand. It
We
leaves
are
me
folk-
stranded.
So take your car if you think it's gonna get
I can't just-
stranded.
I can't just. No, we went halvesies in on this car. Listen, okay? If you want to make fucking decisions about the car, whatever, that's fine. I will fucking give it back to you. I'll put it in your name, whatever. I don't care. I just, fuck it. I don't want to be
Can we worry
stranded
about
out
this
in the middle.
After,
Yeah, all right,
this
all
is an
right,
after conversation.
Okay, all right.
What did my shithead father do? Because I meant what I said in my text. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm only gonna tell this to you, and you were to not bring this up with him. I'm calling this leverage. I sat in on his PD interview, me and Captain Turner. I asked if I could shadow it. I didn't want to ask questions. I didn't want to interfere. And Turner asked Richard a question. He said, what makes you not want to go to the PD? What makes you want to stay away from the PD? And he brought up a really good point that I never really saw from Richard. And that was that he cares about his family. He does not want to lose his son. And his concern was that, God forbid something ever happened to Matt, he wanted to be around so that his son would have a father figure. Were his exact words to Turner. And those are words that are not only one valuable, but two tell me something about Richard. We can go anywhere, by the way. I don't know where we're going. But...
Yeah, I'm just driving. You
no,
keep going.
you're fine. The thing with Richard is that he doesn't want to lose me. But he also has to understand that he has a lot to accept with me. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If that means that he don't trust you for some reason, which I'm gonna let you know, we left off on a good note, him and I, after we talked. The fact that you texted me all this and I'm finding out about this pissed me off. Because I feel like I was two-faced by my own dad. But there's gonna be a real ultimatum where I sit him down and tell him, you better make a choice. You either find a way to find acceptance for this guy, or I'm done.
And there's a part of me that really appreciates that. But there's also a part of me that doesn't want to, take you away from your father. And I don't think that it's going to come to that point, obviously, but just the notion of it.
He's pushing you away. We've been married for how many years? The man's going to have to accept this one way or another.
Yeah. it really, God, it really sucked. I mean, I went into the talk and I was like, you know what? Like after we had talked, me and you, I went into that and I was like, okay, you know what? I know what I told Flop. I'm just gonna go there, you know, sort of. I mean, he even said it, you know, to wear my heart on my sleeve and be like, hey, you know, this is where I'm at with everything. And I explained to him all of that, and I mean, he saw it as an act. He told me that, you know, in his own way, that I was hamming it up for him, that he did not trust me, and full thought that I, you know, was doing a bunch of criminal shit on the low. Okay, this is me. This isn't an exact quote, but it is the summary of what his assumptions were.
Sure.
That I was doing a bunch of criminal shit on the low. Oh my god. And
Jesus Christ.
and it was going to end up getting the family hurt. And I told him the exact inverse, and I, you know, was being very just honest about what was, you know, going on, and in turn, he still.
Could you drive to the sheriff's office?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, he still just did not seem to believe me, and then he started. I mean, it felt like. So I went into that talk and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna lay it on the line for him, and I did. And then after that, it felt like I was being interrogated. It did not feel like I was talking to my father-in-law. It felt like I was, you know, like I was going to be charged with something afterwards. It sucked so much. And then to have him like actually consider the idea that I would do anything to actually hurt you, not physically, but just like the relationship, hurt our relationship. To have him, one, think that, two, then threaten me afterwards. I did not feel like I was a part of the family in that moment. I felt like I had, you know, I can get that maybe if I was a new person that hadn't spent all of these years with not only you but them as well. It was anyway.
I'm gonna try and be I don't want to say the voice of reason. There is a part of me that is not surprised he acted the way that he did. And I'm gonna say this without veering too far. But if take this how you will, but if I fly too close to the sun, let me know. But I recently learned a lot about another family member of mine. Do you remember Cody at all?
Yeah.
Did you know Cody?
Not as well. I only knew him in passing. We knew of one another, but we weren't, you know, close, or didn't get the chance to talk too much.
I gotcha. Let me fix my issue and then 2 seconds. Fucking radar. Okay. When I heard Richard say that he didn't want to be a cop because he didn't want his son to not have a father. I don't know how close he was to Cody. I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess at some point suffered an accident, or I thought it was an accident. The long and short. while I don't know what his true connection was to Cody, I know that he had a connection to Cody. And I think the hardest thing for the hardest thing for, I think, him to grasp onto is the thought of having anything that would put me in danger. Though there are two sides to this. I don't know what the fuck that cop just did.
Yeah.
My God. There's a problem with that theory, though, is I think I'm right on that theory. It would make sense based on what I understand. What doesn't make sense is that I do not think you are going to put me at any point in as much harm as it is for me to wear a duty belt with a gun on my hip and a fucking badge on my chest.
Yeah.
I will have a cigarette every once in a while, and people in the PD will usually say smoking's bad, don't do it. And I tell people all the time that the smoking's not that's not gonna get me killed.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. So, and not to compare this to smoking, because I think that's a very extreme, but
right.
you get what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think Richard is scared to have anything happen to me. Am I concerned? Oh, I'm always going to be concerned for you. I'm always going to have a little bit of question or doubt into what's going on with you. But that doesn't mean what he did was right. And I don't think we're going to get to the point of having to have him make the ultimatum. And I hope that that's not the case. But I hope you know that as attached as I am to this family, if my fathers can't find the acceptance for you, then I hate to say it, but 50% ain't a passing grade. They won't be able to accept me either.
I mean, I haven't had the chance to talk to Matt yet, so I don't know where he stands with all of it. But because I spoke to Etta, oh man, Etta. So I had that talk with Richard, and after having that talk, I drove back up to the house. And I was pretty upset, and I was gonna go, sulk and be by myself for a little bit. But of course, Etta was at the house, and she saw me.
Can I ask you a quick question before you continue?
Sure.
And just be honest with me. Did you? You didn't relapse, did you?
No. No, but I don't know if. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I had access to it, I cannot say whether or not I would have. Frankly, it was a very bad day. So
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm fine now. So.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're good. So Etta was there, and I talked with Etta for a little bit, and she helped calm me down. I think she was Etta is so sweet. I love her. There was a point to this, and I lost it.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
You were gonna go sulk, and then you saw Etta, and you guys started talking.
Yeah. Anyway, but she just sort of, I think she gave me a little bit of, a better understanding of, all of it, and also helped calm me down, because I don't spiral often, but I think I was a little bit whenever that happened. So
As expected. I mean, the man that you've known for what, 8 years just spit in your face.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a big part of me that is still really upset and
What did he
yeah, like,
ask you? Like what? Because I would imagine this doesn't end with you. I'd imagine it's gonna turn to me at some point.
hmm,
And I'm gonna let you know now. I do not plan on holding back.
hmm. What did he ask me? There was a lot. I he started asking me about how I knew everybody in the ADMC or what my relation was with them. And I told him that I am relatively close with a lot of them. Either I am friendly with them, friends with them, and or they are my clientele. And they are dangerous people. I have no issues saying that. At least some of them are. I don't think all of them are. But and then by
Is Sean
doing
dangerous?
that, Sean McQuillan.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really seen him be dangerous. I don't know.
You're close with him?
Um, I'm so.
When I say close,
Mhm.
do you know Sean at all?
I have spoken with him a bit, but we haven't. He's one of those guys that's like, therapy's stupid, or he doesn't really want to like talk about the things that he has going on because with every other guy, it makes them vulnerable, so they don't do it, right?
Hmm.
That's the same with a lot of those guys, with literally
Well,
anybody that I talk to in the city. To be fair.
the reason I single out Sean is because he showed up to the house today.
Oh, okay. What about?
Well, first I got a text saying, "Come to your house. We need to talk."
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll just read you the fucking texts. Bear with me.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my god, I text a lot of people today. Hold on.
Well, I gotta get in and out of the car. Give me a second.
Yeah, I do too, actually. Hold on. Do you have that weird feeling that you sometimes just... Oh, I still can't. Okay.
There we go. That's better. Remind me not to hit the handbrake. The fucking the front axle locks up a little bit.
No, you're good. You should swing by your house. We have some things to talk about. I said, who is this? He said, come find out. I said, yeah, I don't do inconspicuous bullshit anymore. Feel free to call me. The threats aren't gonna fly. He said, there is no threat. You feel safer somewhere in public. You have some time. Sent me a clover. Said I can call you back. Give me a sec. Said I do enough phone calls in my day. I'm in the memorial park. I don't know. I thought it was a little uncomfortable to think that the guy would show up at our house. So I was just curious.
Okay. Okay, so you didn't actually go and chat with him or anything?
I did.
Okay. How'd that go? Oh, wait, is this like case stuff that you can't tell me about?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
More specifically, the fact that he went to the house was interesting.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
back on
yeah.
topic though. I'm sorry. I just wanted to let you know about that.
I won't ask specifically about the case stuff. How was the overall demeanor of the conversation, I guess?
I think based on what he was coming to talk about, I think I gave him very reasonable understanding. And I think he probably accepted my answer way better than he would have accepted a lot of people's answers.
Yeah.
Because it just so happens that I happen to know how to talk to a gang member.
Yeah. I think just that thought alone is it's what okay, sorry. I'm just making comparisons where maybe I shouldn't, but because like Etta and her whole thing back in the day, she was telling me about how Richard saw her and didn't really want to bring her into the fold because of the things that she did. And then also back in the day, the whole you know, you weren't, you know, in Seaside, nor did you really do anything that affected your day to day in terms of Seaside.
Bro, we bought a fucking car bomb. What do you mean?
I was gonna say, except for that one thing that one time, but you know, otherwise it wasn't really like of effect, right?
How did Brian have to go and ruin everything? Back on topic.
Right. Oh, fuck you, you bitch! You were fucking turning off. Anyway. Yeah. It's just funny how the contrast between what is happening now and what was then. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reality is this. First off, I'm sorry that I wasn't there when that all happened.
That's okay.
Two, I'm a little upset that Richard still has yet to text me about any of this. It almost feels like he's trying to cold shoulder the fact that I'm gonna go and talk to him. But the reason I asked about what questions he asked is because like I said, I don't expect this to end with you. But I will again reiterate that your clientele is not going to be the thing that gets me. It's going to be my job. And he needs to understand that. If he really wants me to be safe, he should find reasons to get me fired, because that is the only way I'm going to be safe from, not even arguably, but realistically, the most dangerous job any employee is going to be working. Outside of apparently sanitation.
True, those poor fucks. They're getting
those
robbed all the
motherfuckers
time.
getting cooked every goddamn second.
Yeah. They're having the fucking, yeah, that's okay. Anyway. No, I mean, and I would hope that, you know, he sees that and understands that, but I think, I don't know. I'm a little afraid of the talk that you're gonna have with Richard, and I understand that, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, try and sway you one way or another and say how you should approach your father or anything, but the fear that I have is that, one, I want you to know that I don't want to push you away from, you know, Richard or Matt or anybody in the family. You know, I did want to convey how I felt / what happened. But you know, I still care about him. I still care about, you know, I went into that with the idea of, you know, I'm going to have a talk with my dad about something concerning, and I don't want, and even after that, even after it was difficult to hear what I did from him, I don't, you know, I don't want to cause him any harm. I'm not, you know, overly upset with him. Sure, is it frustrating, but, you know, I don't want to push his son away from him. That definitely isn't my goal, and my fear is that, you know, when you go and talk with him, that he may see it as that. He may see it as I've tried to, you know, manipulate you, or, you know, say all these bad things about him, and, you know, that just furthers him down the rabbit hole that he may already be in.
I see your point. I won't sit here and pretend that that's not a very viable possibility. It doesn't change the fact that what I had told him when we spoke was that you work as a therapist and you work as a lawyer, and that the clientele of people that you deal with are not the people that I like to deal with, but I have to deal with. And
Let me back up a little.
no, you're good. I'll whisper.
I have to get gas. May as well.
No, you're good. The clientele that you deal with is the clientele that I don't like to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. You work in two fields that inherently are about privilege with the people that you deal with. And my job, to some degree, is on the other side of that spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
There's things I can't tell you, and I stay very professional about that. I need to, otherwise the point of confidentiality doesn't matter.
Right.
And you have to do the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that is a pretty that is the significant reality of it, is that you have a job to do, and I'm not going to overly inquire you about things that you need to keep under wraps. I did the job. I fully understand that.
Yeah.
And the same goes on my end. Like, I'm going to hear and see things that I can't necessarily talk about
I can't.
because
First person is
of
bothering me.
my job slash I think under the legislation, it's literally the only way that I could be able to tell you about it is if the other person consented, and or there is someone's life at immediate risk. Otherwise, I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. It would just straight up be illegal for me to do it. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the point though, is I told Richard, you have your side, I have my side. There's, things that he can't tell me, there's things I can't tell him. But we understand that and we accept that.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to think that, Richard would kind of get this whole thought in his head. But I'm also not afraid to go the extra step and tell him that this is reality. I went through and I asked you questions that I felt needed to be answered. And unfortunately, somebody had to say something, and it caused a little bit more than it needed to. But because I didn't tell Richard about anything I was coming to talk with you about, unfortunately, shit went fucking AWOL because God forbid. So when I explained everything to him, I told him that I asked the questions I needed to. The fact that he essentially went behind my back to ask you more questions feels kind of shitty.
Yeah. He asked me where Barry lives. Oh my God. He asked me where Barry lives, and I think he was trying to gauge my reaction to it, because I'm pretty sure he can find out where Barry lives. And I told him, I was like, he lives in the south side. It's just south of the courthouse. I don't know the specific street without looking at a map. And then he said, okay, go and get a map. And I was like, this is insane. I told him, I was like, it felt like I was in an interrogation. Anyway,
again, to not, spin in circles. I understand in the context of Cody. Why is he calling me?
It's okay. If you need to answer it, it's okay.
Hold on. Hey, what's up?
Yo, you good?
Yeah, I'm just off duty.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't. I guess I didn't see you go 42, and Bay's Bay's been chilling. So we were like, oh, she moved. Oh,
is she okay?
I thought you were still partnered up with her. I didn't see you on dispatch.
I'm all good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Word.
I told Bay I was going off duty, and she's like, "Why are you leaving me?" And I was like, oh, "What do you mean? I'll be back."
Is she single?
Hey,
Never mind. I didn't ask that.
Jesus Christ, Forte.
What? She seems like a silly lady.
That's another conversation we need to have, by the way.
What are you? Oh my God. Okay.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's actually kind of a nice thing. So.
Forte. Oh my God. Forte, just.
Hey, how you doing? Everything good off duty?
Yeah, everything's right. Keep it in your fucking pants, Forte.
What's your location? I can patrol it.
Polito.
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 Oh.
I live here. This is my neighborhood.
Wait a sec.
Yeah, McMahon said we ain't putting miles on this car for that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just wrapping up a conversation I'm in right now. I'll give you a call back.
Bye.
Bye. What the fuck did Forte do now?
Me and Forte had a long talk, and I have a pretty good full understanding of who he is now. I feel like an asshole, kind of, with the way that I treated him, but also, so we're all very guarded. We're all very particular about, making sure the family stays safe or whatever. And I sorta was pushing him out because I was worried. And after I had that talk with Dark, I was like, holy shit, I am doing something similar. Not the same, but similar to this kid. And I felt like an absolute fucking dickhead for it. So me and him had a longer talk, and that is a discussion for another time, but whatever.
He's not getting adopted yet. Let's slow down that roll.
I want to talk to you about it.
What? No.
What?
No. No.
Well, that's, like I said,
let me-
different conversation.
Let me explain something to you, okay? Just so we're clear. This isn't a different conversation. We're getting through this bullshit
Right.
before we take in more bullshit, okay?
That's fair.
We don't deal with a fire and bring in a can of gasoline.
That's okay. Aptly, that was a good analogy. Anyway. Yeah, no, I agree, and I will explain that to him so he knows.
Wait, who? Forte?
Yeah.
Forte, you gotta wait. You're a can of gasoline.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that because
These guys are about
holy
to
shit,
shoot
I'm
us.
like, no, that's. Sorry, don't mind us. We had a similar idea. You're good.
The fact we're mountain goating a Camaro bothers me.
It's-
My CVPI
I haven't
doesn't
done
do
this
this.
yet. Oh. I haven't done this yet, so it's okay. Most of the off-road vehicles that are at Mosley's don't do this either. So
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just we're slowing our roll because right now I'm
No, that's fine. Yeah, I understand.
seriously considering I'm trying to consider how this conversation with Dark's gonna go. I haven't even spoken
Yeah.
to Matt about it because I don't know how to bring it up with Matt.
Yeah.
But Matt is going to. Does anything I know about Matt, he's gonna listen to Richard.
Mm.
And I don't think I can have the conversation with Matt like I can with Richard, because unfortunately, I think we can both agree Richard's the more emotional one.
Yeah. Well, and in turn, I think that Matt, him being the more logical one, could see, where I could be coming from. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So Etta seems to think that Matt would be able to ground Richard and be like, "Hey, Ziggy's, doing a job. It's not, the water isn't as deep as you may think it is, but, I don't know."
Yeah, well, right now I'm getting ready to step off the deep end and just give it to him straight, because I don't know what else to tell him. I don't know what else I need to do to explain this to him, but
I fear if you just straight up, if you're out the gate swinging with an ultimatum, that he'll think that I've, made you think this way. And I know that you haven't. I just, it's just, even now, even after all of that, I still care about how he views me, and
I mean, again, though, that's a problem. Not that that's the way you're viewing it, but it's the way that he said it, and it's the way that it was conveyed, and the fact that even it had to come up. is concerning.
Mm.
And if there's anything that I have a say in, it's the fact that I don't agree with everything that he does, but I understand it and I respect it.
Mm.
And the only thing I ask for in return is that he also understands and respects the fact that we too live our own lives.
Mm.
And he needs to see that, you know, he can't be there 24/7 for me. I know it's a cheesy analogy, but 50% is not a passing grade.
Mm.
He needs to understand that we are going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
And he should have some faith in his son to know that I have a little bit of an investigative mind to ask questions when I feel like I need to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm upset. I'm bothered. I'm sorry you went through this, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be there.
You don't. Yeah, I don't want you to put it on you at all. We're all trying to figure out and navigate this shit. So,
Alien, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Welcome everyone.
okay.
Hello, I'm Chris. I play Flop. Hello everyone. How was your stream? We're in a big serious RP moment. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'd like to have another talk
What's up,
with
dudes?
them, but
Hi everyone. Hello.
I'd also like to talk to Matt to see what he's thinking and feeling. Yeah. I don't know. It just sucks a lot, because I don't know. It's tough because I viewed I viewed Richard one way, and it just to have I thought that he maybe had viewed me in a similar light, but yeah.
Well, this is gonna be easier said than done. And I'll start this off by saying, you know that Richard is a very brash person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I even texted you that, if I recall. Usually, a typical conversation starts with a build-up. Right? It starts with a casual conversation that turns into a disagreement with it, which then turns into a conflict, and eventually it, blows out of proportion. Richard, for as long as I can recall, has been and will always continue to start at 100 and work his way back to 1. And what I have always found and will always find in Richard is it sounds like he's starting at 100 and working his way to 1. And he doesn't realize the effect that has on people. And unfortunately, even though it's affected you, it's also affected me. But I don't want you to at any point feel like there's going to be anything wrong for me to tell him that, hey, here's the reality. I need you to trust me. And the fact that you don't makes me feel like that you don't trust me enough to actually have a say in anything. And at that point, I'm no longer living my life. You're living my life for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what all me and Richard talked about so I can okay. So he talked about I think I sent this in my text. Let me reread them so I can.
Yeah, I need to reread your text too, because honestly, I texted you sort of just out of frustration today, but I meant
Yeah.
everything I said. I just need to go back and see what you said.
I'll just read it out. Hey, I talked with Richard. I don't know if he really considers me to be his kid, which I still kind of feel that, or a real part of the family for that matter. That too. He said pretty openly that he doesn't trust me, and that if I were to break your heart, he'd break my face, which is, I told him that that coming from who I consider to be my dad was, man, that fucking sucked. Anyway, oh, is that Edda? Oh, Edda's up. Oh, are you okay with Edda being present for this?
Oh, this is bad timing.
Oh, why? Oh,
Because
she's
Adam's upset with me right now.
why is she upset with you?
Because oh fuck, here we go. God damn
Why
it.
is she upset with you?
I've been very busy, and she thinks
Mm-hmm.
that I'm different right now, and that I've been treating her differently. I don't know where the fuck she's going.
Yeah, I think she's stressed as well. I'm calling her. Good morning, Ella. We're on the roof. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're chit chatting. If you wanted to come up, yeah.
We're not going anywhere. You can tell her to take her time.
I'm okay. We're just doing our thing. We're having a talk, so you take your time, do your thing. Okay. All right, bye, Anna. Yeah. I talked to her a little bit about it, and she knows that you stay busy and stuff. She's just worried. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Your texts.
Right. Text. Yeah. Thank you. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. He said that he doesn't trust me. Right. Okay.
What does that mean? He thinks you were putting on an act. I don't fucking understand where he got that from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe it was because I sort of just like spilled everything out immediately, but that was because I already had to talk with you. So I was like, okay, I'll just literally, lay everything down on the line. But I think he went into it with cop mentality. And let's say if I'm an investigator and somebody goes in there and gives me, all these reasons or, this massive story that seems pre-prepared, maybe that's why he saw it as suspicious. But I literally just already had this talk, so I just gave it to him how I gave it to you. Anyway,
That's not an act.
yeah. Right. Okay, right. He gave me an ultimatum. Also, yeah, he thinks that there's only two paths to be walked. Either I'm, for the police and the system and all of its flaws, and if I stay that way, we can stay married, or I'm sympathetic and or a criminal, and intend on, and in doing so, will end up hurting the family. And if I was to, be a part of the latter, that I should leave. He said that if
I'm sorry. Is he trying to have a say in our marriage too?
um
Is that what was implied in that text?
he full told me if I was even remotely involved in anything criminal, or and I told him that maybe at some point, if I slip up and make a mistake, not even necessarily with any of these people, just like if I fuck up period and end up breaking the law for whatever reason or get convicted, that I should leave, because it threatens the family.
If you leave, he gonna find out it's a lot more than just you. Because I'm not staying either.
Hi.
Hey, Etta.
Hi, baby.
How you
How are
doing?
y'all doing?
We're,
Oh, I'm great.
we're talking about everything about the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anything happened since?
No, no, not really. Or at least not with me. I know Flop is he's just hearing about everything today.
And I'm gonna be honest, based on what I've heard, Richard's gonna get an ultimatum from me. So
I don't want that though.
I don't have any
I know.
idea where he's coming from after all these years to think that all of a sudden I'm supposed to just accept that my father has a say in my marriage. That's not happening.
Okay, but counterpoint, or to play devil's advocate, he's your dad. And he cares about you. And yes, he's overreacting, but I mean, hello, our family. It's what we do. But I think sitting him down and talking to him could, you know, he's worried. I mean, you have to think. He is a father who has already lost a child. And he doesn't want to go through that again.
I mean that, and this is
it
what
doesn't make it. It doesn't make what he's doing right fair. It doesn't make what he's doing right or fair. But just try for a moment and put yourself in his place.
I did.
And if we just sit him down and talk to him, he'll see that he's just reacting poorly.
The point that I made to Ziggy was the whole thing regarding Cody, and I explained to Ziggy that if I put myself in those shoes, I understand where he's coming from. But what Richard is completely missing is that I wear a badge on my chest and carry a duty belt.
And that's a very good point.
If there's anything that's going to kill me, it's not a clientele with a lawyer.
Okay, well, we don't have to talk about that.
What do you mean?
You dying. That's just don't say those words. I don't. Ugh. But no, I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't want to go to extremes, but if we're gonna really like do devil's advocate, the reality is that that's his fear.
I know. I mean, you remember what he told me. The reason that they've been so hesitant to call me daughter is because they don't want to go through losing another child.
Yeah, they're gonna have to accept that.
Yeah,
They got a lot to fucking accept, but albeit I'm really not happy with how that conversation went.
No, and you shouldn't be. Like I'm not trying to defend or justify his actions, because giving someone an ultimatum, you know, and I told Ziggy this, especially with as long as the two of you have been together, I mean, you love each other, and you know, he's as much a part of this family as you and I are, so I don't. But you know, Richard, he's very one way or another, and it takes time. You know, he has a hard time trying to see it from the other side, but I've sat and I've explained it to him. It's difficult to live in this city and not be somehow tied to people who are going to be doing illegal shit. You can't throw a stone without hitting a fucking criminal in this place. And if you do somehow manage to navigate the city and avoid anyone who's doing something illegal, it's a very lonely and isolating thing.
Back when I New Seaside and were around them.
Mhm.
Besides the fact that all started because I bought one of the first houses